Oh, hi! Thank y'all for finding us up here. It's good to see a lot of familiar faces, man. For those of you seeing us for the very first time, we are the Ezra group. It's nice to be with you. Thank you very much. Can y'all hear everything okay out there? Mostly? All right. Well, that is thanks to our friend Tyler working us down tonight. Thank you, Tyler. We appreciate you. Take my hand, hey, hold on to you, my friend. This world will break the best made plans, but we'll stick together. Down this road, we share my heavy load. Where we'll end up, we don't know. stick together, and we'll be dancing to be cemented. We'll fall down when we're done. They know that they can find us out here on the run. So come on over. Peace down to the coast, we'll stick together. Hey! My hand, take my hand. I hold on to you, my friends. This world is the best made plan. Stick together. It was nice to hear some of y'all singing along to our song. Thank you for that. You know, not too many people know who we are out this way, and so it's cool to be so far from home and be surrounded by so much love and friendly faces. I got to say hi to, I think, fucking probably most of you before the show started. I'm expecting to get to say hi to the rest of you by the end of the night, at least. We've got a little time to just hang out for a little while in this super cool little room, and I'm so glad that the Arcada brought us back here to hang with you in this little speakeasy. So. She likes coffee in the morning, butter on her bread. She likes the sound of danger, but she plays it safe instead. She likes all the nasty weather, she will take you philosophy while she's cutting up your floor. She drinks Jameson and Jameson and Jameson some more. She's always eating vegan except for bacon when it's round. Every curve needs the motivation keeps you grounded. Boys playing fast and play rough. His life is packed with hope, and they don't last long enough. But here comes Ezra. She said, let's go high at the moon. Here comes Ezra. Yeah, we know what they lead on for you. Ooh, Erica, you got us spinning like a truck. Your smile reminds us how we love. The room, we all go na-na-na, 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 we go na-na-na, 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 we go na-na-na, we go na-na-na, we don't get to come out to Illinois very often, and man, this is our second night here. It brings back memories of all the other times that I've got to hang out in this state. I once got to do a tour. I did about 6 or 7 shows across the state. I was the opening act. It was just me and a guitar. They just wanted a solo acoustic guy. But I was opening for a bluegrass band called the Hen House Prowlers. Any of y'all know them? They are so good. They are so good. And man, these guys were old school. I don't know if you know anything about old school bluegrass, but it used to be that they would wear black suits. They would all stand in a row or in a circle playing. And these guys, they still had like the black suits, and I would do it on set for them. You know, and they just blew me away every single night. I got so excited to just be on the road with them, hanging out. I went to a Salvation Army and I bought a black suit jacket for $4. And I drove around the state with them. Man, and as far as I know, they are still kicking ass and playing music. They're playing around, right? Yeah. They would do some crazy, man. They would do some crazy shit because when you were playing and when you were doing enough stuff, right? Like it doesn't. If there are places that don't like you, if we play, okay, back in the Northeast where we're from, right? When we're playing places and people are the bigger places and people are paying a lot of money and clubs are spending a lot of money to have us come in, right? They have something called a radius clause. You can't play in the area for a little while. Well, it makes sense, right? If a club is paying a lot of money to bring you in to play, they don't want you playing at like Joe's Barn Grill next door the night before, because people can just go there and have a beer and eat a burger and spend $5 and see you, and then it takes away from your ticket sales. So this is how the complex world of booking music works. But these guys were so creative and they were so fun, man. they created an alias band. They called themselves Sex Fist, and they played every like Tuesday at like a shitty bar in Chicago just because they wanted to play music, man. I still might have a Sex Fist shirt somewhere. Anyways, I was on the road with them, and I was thinking about my gal at the time, who is now my wife. Her name is Allie, and I was realizing on that tour that I was falling in love with her, and that was a really cool thing to realize, even though I was many miles away from her. And I decided to write a song. I wanted to write her a letter, but I'm too lazy to actually write a fucking letter with a pen, so I wrote a song instead. It's called Letter to Allison. She hates being called Allison, but I thought it was a better title for a song. Writing you from out on the road. The gray fog planes just suffocate Kankakee. And suddenly I'm hit with the thought that it's all meant to be. Like maybe our lines are reformed. The lines get wiser and simpler with age, and all we can do is guide the words as they fall to the page. In the costing 895, and we are courageous alive. And this road, it connects every heart that is beating tonight. I wanna live so hard, I forget my name, forget my name, forget my name. I wanna live so hard, I break like the raindrops that fall on the ground. 8 feet far away from me. Well, I'm thinking about all that we have, and I'm thinking about all that we need, and I'm thinking both answers or simply our stubborn belief. And I'm saying out loud as I drive, and we are courageous alive. And this road, it connects both our hearts as they beat tonight. Forget my name, forget my name, forget my name. Wanna live so hard, break like raindrops that fall on the ground. 8 feet far away. And I hope that you feel this connection, yeah. I hope you are sleeping in peace, knowing there's no such thing as direction, just what we choose to see. I wanna live so hard, I forget my name, forget my name, forget my name. We can live so hard, forget our names, forget our names, forget our names. We can live so hard, we break like raindrops that fall on the ground at your feet, far away from me. Well, okay. How's everybody doing so far? So, for those of you that pay attention to this kind of stuff or have seen me a bunch of times or whatever, you may notice that there's maybe something a little bit different about me tonight. For the last 15 years of my life, I have just worn this little necklace made for me by my wife. And one day I showed up and it found its way onto the kick drum, and now it's on my t-shirts and all that fucking shit and all that stuff. Right? And I love that, but we got here today, and our friend Riley, one of the servers here at the Speakeasy, had made this little necklace for me, and I thought that was one of the coolest things ever, and so I'm wearing it tonight, and yeah, he's good. For those of you who interact with Riley over the course of the night, and I'm sure many of you will, knowing her, she figured out some kind of a way to, like, you know, because when she was, earlier on tonight, she was definitely working tonight, so she figured out a way to be like, fuck off, I'm not working anymore, and I'm gonna just hang out. It's pretty cool. We're gonna dedicate this song to her tonight. This is a song about the courage that it takes to make a change in your life. Sometimes that's not an easy thing to do, and it's also sometimes one of the most exciting and exhilarating things to do at the same time, and all mixed up into one big package. But anyways, this is called Take It Off. Your daddy told you you would rise above the rundown shadows of this town you love. Bussing tables seems to pay your bills. Your mama's legacy, your test of will. Ragtop angel, your amazing grace. Time to gamble on the life we chase. Take a last look at home, turn the key and we're gone. Always knew you'd be the girl for me. Went all about the places that you'd one day see. But months and years can flash like fireflies, till all you're left with is the passing time. You're a ragtop angel, oh amazing grace. Time to gamble on the life we chase. Taking a lesson cut on, turn the key and we're gone. Can't see Monday, be hell paid. We get miles to go, I've been driving slow. Can't take it on today, we're taking off. And I've had notions about this skeleton down. One lucky storm can blow the whole place down. There you're standing with your eyes like mine. Tear it all, take us down this time. Taking some cut on, trying to keep when cold. Cause it Monday, there be hell to pay. We got miles to go, and we're driving slow. We can't take it home today. Take it home. Na na na, yeah. Na na na, yeah. Na na na, yeah. Hey, hey. Na na na, yeah. Na na na, yeah. Na na na, yeah. My teeth on my cannonball. Drop this down and the next to fall. Kick up the drum and out of the sands. Hold through town with the dirty bands. In the wheelchairs, I'm on a tape. And make it back to get a steak. The top of a knife on the road. I'm gonna bring back a lot of that Vegas gold. That outcome like I had in a tree. See, old mother time's gonna bury me. And the street never's heavy cold. And us dreamers only for the soul. And I say, to daddy home, nah, nah. 3 years old, I have empty home. Don't ain't no 9 to 5, cause he's got to play to stay alive. And every night that he's away, takes his hand and makes it like it's his last day. And he says, hey mom, take my kiss. Let's go up, I'm a kid like this. Hey, the kind man, you know another day. Hit the high right now, drink one down, turn my trick. Stay tall, you know always walk away. gaze on and change the yeah. There's one of the coolest things, right? Because we play music every night. And for those of you that were here last night, you know, for us, that every night is different, right? But even still, there are only so many songs that you can play together, or know how to play together, or learn how to play together on the fly, as the case may be sometimes. But one of the coolest things, I play with these amazing musicians every single night, and there's still moments every single night when, like, I'm just surprised by how something sounds or how it feels, how good it feels to play with these guys. You all, if there are first timers here, I know there may be a couple. You should know these incredible musicians that I get to share the road with, and so we're going to introduce them to you one at a time over the next handful of songs. And we're going to start with our badass drummer back there. Say hello to Alex Martin. Come on. our special boy. All right, well, you met Alex. Time to meet our amazing fiddle player over here. The one and only Karina Smith. The cool thing about Karina, right? Like 2 songs ago, we were playing a song that was like pretty rocking, right? And she was like shredding on fiddle, right? Shredding.
Psychedelic fiddle.
Yeah, it was like psychedelic fiddle, right? So we talk about this stuff in this band, right? Because all of us come from different places musically, right? And you wouldn't know it, but that's not the place that she comes from. Or maybe you would totally know it, that is not the place that she comes from. Musically. And one of the joys for me as a band leader and a songwriter is like to bring something to the table that I know that like one of my guys is like, it's gonna be different for them. Like they're gonna have to think differently or feel differently. And they do that for me on my own songs all the time, right? But man, when it comes to Karina's wheelhouse, I feel like when I was writing this song, I knew that she was gonna be the perfect player for it because it is like haunting and lovely and beautiful, and that's her wheelhouse. Anyways, this is a song called Switching the Whiskey. Sipping this beer, feeling alright with my old buddies lined up at the bar. Jukebox playing soft and low, about to pay my tab, hit the road, just my luck. Someone played that song. Now I'm switching whiskey, full of memory gets me. Let it burn me all the way down. I'm all trying my song. Let's throw it up tomorrow. Tonight the flowers I can't be found. Till I don't care, she don't even miss me. I'm switching to whiskey. Now, plain as day, the night she took my breath away, dancing like a carousel on fire. The bomb smoke, the blue eyes shining, holding up like she's mine, and the beer ain't showing love to ease my mind. While I'm switching with full of kiss me. Let it burn me all the way down. Won't turn my soul. I soar up tomorrow. Tonight the flowers I can't find. Oh, ain't no day, shut the shine. Gonna match these tears. Well, you met Alex now, you met Karina now. One more person to meet. Our nasty, nasty bass player over there. Please say hello to the amazing Poche Ponce.
I, on the other hand, am quite psychedelic.
My gosh. Hi. All right, we're going to try something. Hi. Dude. There's a lot more room out here than there is up there. Last night was a rocky one, tonight was coming soon. Rain keep falling heavy on my head. My brothers and my sisters holding hands and marching on. It's the only thing that gets me out of bed. I may cross, the baby Jordan. I may face rising tide. Well, I got a simple plan to get us through this stormy thing. Hold on to each other, find a way. Hey, we got to hold on to each other, find a way. All right, that's weird. Let's all stand over. Better. Oh, that's not it. Okay. One, two, three, we got freezes on, politicians on the right, and new champagne everywhere we turn. When we want to talk about it, also opinion says no. You get a question, but they're trying to make you learn. I may cross, baby Jordan. I may face rising tide, and they come along the table. There's only one thing. Hold on to each other, find a way. We got to hold on to each other, find a way. I came up for tomorrow. Sometimes I do despair, and I don't possess the will to carry on. Brothers and my sisters keep me tethered to the wheel, and I know they keep me singing when I'm gone. I may cross, baby Jordan. I may face rising tide. Let our voices be a beat till we live in better days. Hold on to each other, find a way. I said, in our darkest hour, this is what we must believe. Hold on to each other, find a way. Ooh, tough and turtle, easy words, what we gonna say? Hold on to each other, find a way. Hold on to each other, find a way. Hold on to each other, find a way. Okay, that was fun.
Psychedelic acapella.
Is that what that was? Brother, I'm so sorry. I stole your seat for a couple seconds. If you don't mind. I'll tell you what was happening in my mind while I was sitting in that seat. I was like, okay, like first it was, oh, this is nice sitting down for a little bit. And then it was like, oh, that fucking beer looks really good. And then it was like, okay, is there a way that I could somehow navigate taking a sip of the beer in between lines? I called it off. I wasn't that ballsy. I finally just went back. Well, in lieu of a set break, you know, I'm gonna just stay up on the stage and play a couple of acoustic songs for you all tonight. Everybody doing okay so far? I'm doing so good, man. I'm doing so good, you know. I shouldn't be doing as well as I'm doing. We're on like week four of 5 weeks. In fact, what is it, Sunday tonight? Next Sunday is the last show on this tour, and so we have been burning it up right now. And there are all sorts of complicated feelings for musicians when they're on tour, right? Because one, you are just, it's like, you're just fucking exhausted all the time. Like you're beyond it, you drink, you're tired, you're physically beat up, and you're tired, right? But at the same time, you're playing every night. You're throwing punches every single night, and you cannot help but get better and better as an artist and as a band when you're doing that every night, right? When you just got nothing left in the tank and you're going out and you're just doing it, right? Like, that's when the most magical magic to me sometimes happens, right? Like, could be in a crowd of fucking 50 people in a weird ass speakeasy in St. You don't know where that like little magic moment is gonna be, right? Like, and so that's a long way of answering the same answer that I started with, which is I'm fucking good. Okay, well, another reason why I'm doing so good, actually, and this is really challenging, right? Because I've got my little daughter, Willa. And by the way, most of you that said hi to me before the show ended up asking me about my daughter, and I just think that's so cool. I mean, you know, some people think it's really weird how like much people know about my personal life, generally speaking. But man, I just love it because I write about, because that's how I try to write the most honest stuff that I can and make the most honest art that I can make. I just write like I just let it out. Anyways, I got to FaceTime with my daughter this afternoon for an hour, right? Like, that is more time than I got to spend with my daughter in a long time, right? And I'm so good. I'm good. I'm good. She's just old enough right now that if I go, hey Willa, if you're happy and you know, clap your hands. No, she doesn't sound like that, so. But she at least makes the motion. And then the second time I'll do it, she'll like forget. I'll be like, and if you're happy and you know, clap your hands. And she'll just be like wanting to hear what's next. And I'm like, you have to clap now again. Before all that, I was put in charge. This is one of my first like big moments of responsibility as a father. I was in charge of teaching her how to drink from a bottle. Well, you know, mom can't be in charge of that, you know, really. I mean, maybe some of you moms out there have been in charge of that, but like, from all we read and the people we talked to, it's like, you know, I mean, it's a little baby, but she's still fucking smart. And she's staring up there at this bottle, but she sees the breasts right there. And she's like, I'm not gonna drink this with that right there. So I would go down every morning. It was my time to be alone, like, but right, like my first father-daughter time. And we would like wrestle with that bottle. Some mornings were more successful than others. But then afterwards, there was this little bouncy chair. And I could put her in the bouncy chair, and she was too small and uncoordinated to bounce in the bouncy chair. But it would go on the floor, and I could bounce the chair with my foot, and I could play the guitar while she looked up at me and bounced, right? And we would sit there after each bottle session, and we would have a songwriting session afterwards. So this is our first co-write. Is the song that I'm gonna play. Don't clap yet. You may hate the fucking song. Tiny world in your hand. You move in tangles I can almost understand. But there goes all my little plans. Lay your head on me. The oldest dance that's begin. You'll need patience teaching me to spin. But there goes everything I've been. Lay your head on me. But I'll be damned, bless my soul. Don't we dance like a tumbling rain? May the sunshine race your steps so the young can dance again. Find your rhythm, live your truth. In my eyes, there's nothing you can't do. But there goes everything I knew. Lay your head on me. Well, my heart is a gambler and time is a thief. My biggest love, and someday you will leave. But there goes all that I believe. Lay your head on me. But I'll be damned, bless my soul. Then we dance like a tumbling rain. May the sunshine race our steps so the young can dance again. Maybe you'll live on through them. Pick your song, choose the speed. I'll lift you up, let you lead. But there goes everything I need. Lay your head on me. Lay your head on me. Lay your head on me. Well, I'll play one more song for you, and then we'll bring the bandies back up.
Heard there was a secret chord David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? You go like the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the angel left and the baffled king is composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw bathing on a beauty moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair, she broke the throne. She cut your hair from your lips, she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room, I've walked this floor. You know I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen your flag on a marble arch, and love is not a victory march. It's cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, there was a time that you let me know what's really going on below. But now you never show that to me, do you? But remember when I moved in you, and the Holy Dove was moving true, and every breath we drew was hallelujah, hallelujah, Maybe there is a God above, but all I have ever learned from love is how to shoot somebody without joy. And it is not a cry you hear at night, it's not somebody seen the line, it's cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 Let's get my babies back up on the stage. world. Alright, alright, let's do the things of mine tonight. Well, I went down to the docks and your daddy was he took me out for whiskey and beer. And about 5 to me, he said, boy, the best things in my slip on through. What I'm gonna do to keep your resident feel? Come on, feel the beat. If you feel like open, see me trying. And I believe, baby, I can make you feel so. You were alright, alright. Feel the breeze from mine. Can't you see me? Oh, the one standing in the headlights. Thinking about around the corner. We drive till we run out of road, but we run out tonight. I believe you and I were meant to be together. I don't believe in much these days. When I'm with you, it's quiet inside my head. It's my time, I really know it's gonna be. Well, I think it's time for Karina to sing some lead vocals tonight. What do you all think? Sometimes I think the strongest people hurt the most. No matter what they do or dance or think or say. There's California light rising up from the coast. In my dreams and in my head. So I'm living all the time. California's just another dream of mine. Oh, they come and they go so slow. Brother Tyler, on this song, will you turn Karina's vocal up so they can hear her like they should on this tune? I should have given you a heads up, but I feel like we should try that chorus one more time. It's alright with me all the time. California's just another dream of mine. Oh, they come and they go so slow. I think that if I walk the straightest line that I can, I'd only think of how much straighter it should be. And there's the thought of California in my hand. I will grip it tight and carry it close to me. It's alright with me all the time. California's just another dream of mine. Oh, they come and they go so slow. could think me through, except for all the times that I don't have to speak. And I see California laced in colored swirls, showing me the parts of me will be weak. It's alright, baby, California's just another dream of mine. They call my name so sometimes I wish that California's just another. Sometimes I wish that I could come so slow. Alright, enough of this sensitive shit. This next song is a tribute to our hometown of Boston, Massachusetts. Kids on off and let's hold a pot. Then don't jump the block, old difference is I don't let me tell you what. I bet you didn't know it, kid, but I can fucking strum. You may think you're all hot shit, you're just a fucking bum. I rock all the hot spots from the gang to the wang. I'll bet a lot of kind of a pack of mobs that you can't fucking hang. I said my name's Sully, and you're a stupid fuck. And if you want a party, then give you in a pack. Sully world, I'm not about like a federal hatch. Just go down and bust it and then never leave us a cat. Oh, we don't want to pack on my road. That's the bullshit of it, you know. The devil opened up his case, he said, I'm fucking stat. Fire shot from his fingertips, damn that shit was hot. The screech across the strings and got the subway cuts all past. I don't think Matthew showed up, but that sounded something like this. It's a great job, but I hear that shit like every hour. Gonna rip it up now, and you can take a fucking shower. But I'm gonna have to watch out, Sarah. See Mr. Boston Wheeler. Watching that concealment truck. This is something with the fire. So they shouted them, come on back if you ever want to press your luck. I told you once you had a go your rock. Some psychedelic Charlie Daniels is what that is. Oh man, well, I met Alex, and God damn it, I'm sorry. Remind me your name.
Alex.
Alex and
Darlene.
Darlene. Thank you. 5 years, celebrating 5 years together tonight. There are a lot of classier things you two could be doing. You chose to spend it with us, and that makes me so happy. And we'd like to play a song for you two now. You're sweet like a melon, sly like a felon. I've been watching you dance all night. This party's so late, happy going on me inside. The stars are out, it's a perfect sky. Whatever you only had tonight, but if we never see the sunrise, like a wait for night time, we made it stop this run around. Let your hair fall down, let your hair fall down. I'm a whiskey drinker, late night Shit, man. We're having such a good time hanging out with y'all. Thank you so much for being here. You know what else makes me feel really good tonight? Because you know what, like, look, we've been to a million clubs, we've played a million different concerts, on a million different nights, in a million different situations. And man, like, we feel, the people that work at these clubs, they work their fucking asses off. They work their asses off. They hear a lot of music. And I've just been noticing over the course of the night, the staff from the Arcada has been trickling in and just hanging out in the back of the house. Like, yeah. Honestly. Nice to hang with you all. It makes us feel really good. I want to talk to you, I just want to talk to you for a minute or two, and then we're going to play another song Unplugged, and then we're going to unplug and finish up the night acoustic in the room, okay? That's our plan. You should know this, that not only are we playing to y'all in this room, but we've been live streaming this entire night, and so members of our community and fans from all over the country and the world have been watching from all over the place. So say hi to our gatherers right over there. You can say, hi, that's a pretty special thing that started happening in the beginning of COVID and has been such an inspiring part of our community for us as a band, for sure. I want to talk for a second because it's important, and it's important for you gatherers watching as well to hear about this, because actually this is a really special night. So on August 26th, it's a Saturday, we're going to be hosting a festival called the Ramble back in Massachusetts. We've been doing this for the last 13 years. This summer will be Ramble number 14. Now, we invite all the artists out ourselves. They all donate their time and their talent, right? Anyone can come to the Ramble. Don't cost nothing to come. You can donate if you want to be there, but you don't have to, all right? It's Lollapalooza weekend right now. So I know many of you, when you hear the word festival, may be picturing Lollapalooza. It doesn't fucking look like that so much. It's a lot closer to the Speakeasy in St. Charles than it is Lollapalooza. But man, we have this belief in this band that small, independent, grassroots community, just like this one, we have the power to shape the world that we live in and the culture that we belong to. And it happens little by little and in painfully slow increments. But that's the change that matters in the world. We believe that. And to demonstrate that, I want to tell you about the impact that our little Ramble has had. It is a festival, and its mission is to put an end to veteran homelessness in the Northeast. Last summer, roughly speaking, there were about 1,000 homeless veterans in New England alone. We work with an organization called the New England Center and Home for Veterans, and for every $1,000 that we raise, they are able to put the resources aside to help one of our veteran heroes into safe and dignified housing. Last year, at the end of the Ramble, our tiny little festival was able to write them a check for $100,000 impact and reference 5%. It is a humbling thing, and if you have been sitting in your seats tonight and just like kind of feeling the energy of all the other tables and Riley, and being like, oh man, this feels good, right? Like, picture this feeling on steroids, and that is like, right, because that's the nature of, I was talking to my cousin Kyle today. We were hanging out having a whiskey before the show, and I was saying the nature of not being on the radio or on big movie soundtracks or on big giant stages is that word trickles out slow, right? But where we're from, back in New England, word has had a lot more time to trickle. And so, if you ever get a chance to come up to the Northeast and hang with us, I think you should. I think you should on August 26th to fucking join us for the Ramble. I know there are some people in this room that are already planning to be there. If you can't be there, are you guys coming? Hells yes. Awesome. I know there are more than a few people in this room now that are coming to the Ramble, which is awesome. If you can't be there in person, you can watch. You can stream the Ramble for free. You just go to our pages and you will find it. You can watch the entire festival unfold and you can be a part of it. But this is the reason, what I'm about to say is the reason why this night is particularly special. We have an anonymous donor. And I'm telling this to you all in this room, and I'm telling to you all that are live streaming and watching us from your homes right now. We have an anonymous donor. That's a hard one, ladies and gentlemen. You got it. Thank you. We have an anonymous donor who has pledged to match all donations to the Ramble within the next 24 hours, starting at this show right here at the Speakeasy in St. Charles. All right. And so, right, if you think about it, right, $1,000 that we raise helps one of our heroes in the safe. It saves one life, right? There's not that, right? It doesn't take that much, even in a small little room like this one, to do that. And right now, tonight, and over the next 24 hours, Ramblers at home, wherever you may be, we have the power to make every dollar donation $2, every $50 donation $100, and for every veteran that we can help over the next 24 hours, we can help 2 of them, right? That's a powerful thing. And so at the end of the show tonight, we're going to be hanging out at that table out there. I want to invite you to come and say hi, and we can talk about all sorts of things and take pictures and do all that fun stuff. But there's also a little box, and you can make a donation, and every dollar that you donate tonight will go directly to our veterans. Not only that, but it will double before it gets to them. So, thank you for letting me. And for those of you online right now, spread the word. Tell your people you can donate at getrambled.com, right? And we will be tracking all the donations that come in online over the next 24 hours to make sure they are matched as well. So get the fuck on it, people. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the wind at our back. May it always grow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to my dawn we see. Here's to my hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glass. Let us drink to this time that we had. For these moments pass lightly and won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly, brighter to the end. we see. Here's to my hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to love and good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one night. This night is under. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. To the gatherers at home, please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers. Cheers, y'all.